shoulder. Contacted as far as we're concerned, it didn't cause me anything. Well, we'll handle your care. You win. One, fight for you without is incredible, and 3, the people are just doggone nice.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon, and we want to buy your house.
Seller's Advantage has revolutionized the home selling process to get you more for your home.
With no agent fees, no hassles, and no repairs, selling your home doesn't have to be overwhelming.
This is the second time we've used Seller's Advantage, and it was worth it.
It was nice not having to fix or stage anything.
It allowed us to just focus on moving.
Call now or visit sellersadvantage.com for a free, no obligation cash offer.
Hurry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Right now at 3, LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman addresses the Menendez brothers at length, less than 24 hours after they were sentenced. What he's revealing about their path to parole.
And testimony from day 3 of Diddy's sexual in New York. Details from inside the courtroom.
Plus, the LA City Council voting on the highest wage increase in the nation for tourism workers. The news at 3 starts now.
The NBC4 News at 3 starts now.
And we begin at 3 with LA County's district attorney, who says he will continue to fight the release of Eric and Lyle Menendez. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano.
And I'm Colleen Williams. While the brothers are now eligible for parole, there's still a lot that needs to be done before they are set free. Our investigative reporter, Eric Leonard, joins us live in the newsroom right now with an update on all of this today. Eric.
Hi, Colleen and Annabelle. Well, District Attorney Nathan Hochman says he is still convinced the Menendez brothers don't deserve a break on their life without parole sentences. Hochman says statements made by the brothers in court yesterday, accepting full responsibility for murdering their parents, still failed to address what he says are lies being told to this day about the killings.
The Menendez brothers have started down the path of fully accepting responsibility for all their actions.
District Attorney Nathan Hochman says Eric and Lyle Menendez, seen here in sketches from court yesterday, have yet to come clean about the true motives for the 1989 murders of their parents, Kitty and Jose Menendez.
If and when they do come fully clean, I believe that the parole board should very well consider them as eligible for parole.
In statements to the judge yesterday, both brothers said they killed their parents, took full responsibility for the murders, and said they made no excuses for their actions. Hochman says even though the judge ruled against him and was dismissive of many of the DA's arguments in court, his office was still successful.
So our approach was to bring all the facts and all the law to the judge. That was our approach. That was our goal. Mission accomplished.
He criticized former DA George Gascon for presenting an incomplete picture of the case when the effort to reduce the brothers' sentences first began last fall. Also today, Governor Gavin Newsom says the brothers' next step at the parole board isn't a guarantee of freedom.
I reject the parole board's recommendations often.
Newsom says it's possible an initial parole hearing in June will produce an immediate recommendation on their potential release. But the governor says it's also possible more hearings will be scheduled before a parole decision is made.
It's conceivable to the point that on June 13th, there could be a recommendation to me. I'm the ultimate arbiter. We'll have to review the parole board's recommendations and report that we could get that.
So it looks like it will be weeks or even months before it's clear what will happen next. And remember, even if a parole board makes a recommendation to release them, there's a long period that follows before the decision is final. And during that time, the governor can intervene and reject the board's recommendation. I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News. Back to you.
Eric, you mentioned the DA is still going to make an effort to prevent the release of the brothers on parole. Does he plan on attending the parole hearings?
Well, not necessarily Nathan Hochman in person, but the DA's office, yes, he says will play a role in parole hearings. There is a seat for the prosecutors at those hearings. Under the previous administration of George Gascon, he had barred his prosecutors from attending those hearings and presenting information about the crimes. Hochman does not share that view and plans to participate.
Eric, the risk assessment report that moved the brothers from low to moderate, the findings there, how do they play out going forward?
Well, this is going to be the key moment for those, because those reports are prepared specifically for the people on the parole board who are going to hear whether or not Eric and Lyle Menendez believe they are suitable for release. The report, even though it's done, can still evolve over the next weeks until the hearing